Okay, this is part 3 of the Let's Play Rygar series. We are going through this world very quickly. I honestly did not expect to get through this as quick as we did. Because this game can be a very big nuisance on the beginning levels. Well, I believe I said that in the first video, but I'm not sure. As I said, we already have our power up, and we have the 5 health. And we didn't quite get the 5th jar that we needed whenever I last stopped recording. Okay, now yes, we have the 8 stars. Okay, not 8, why did I say 8? 7 stars, my bad, I apologize. Okay, so as we keep going, we'll have to keep going for our health, because that's pretty much the only reason that this is still going on. Ooh, never mind, okay. We're now definitely stronger because we now have 6 hearts, and I believe that the maximum you can have is 12. So, if we can do this just right, we'll probably be able to beat this game with maximum health bars set up. Okay. If we can keep that going, just the triple pop-up, that would really speed this process up, because it's a certain amount of kills before an item will pop up. Like the amount of kills is random, but it's always over, I believe, 15. Ooh, that's useful, even though we don't really need it at the moment. Okay, we keep going along this, and it's going to keep getting harder to, basically just keep your patience. Because as you go along, it will get very tough. Ow. Yeah, that kinda hurt a little bit, so... You know what? Let's go ahead and recover. That way, what we have to work with is stars, which is what it seems to be popping up a lot of right now. Knowing my luck, it's probably going to throw up a bunch of health containers now that I've already healed. Keep on moving back and forth to keep these guys coming. I forgot, you cannot jump on those. That actually will hurt you very badly. Most of the ground enemies you can jump off of, and you can use them as kind of like a propeller to keep yourself going. We now have 2 stars. Okay, so we keep going through this random set. Ooh, there we go. 5 stars, which is actually what we need for the next enemy. Because I'm going to use attack and assail again to try to rush through this. Oh, that's just perfect. Okay. So now that we have everything set up the way we need, we will go and try to defeat him. Attack and assail. Bow, 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 bow. Oh yes, there's also a glitch that if you time his hits right, he will not be able to hit you. The wounds will go just straight through. I'm Endura. I'll give you a pulley we must use to cross. Now this is going to be a very useful item as we go. Okay, so now that we've defeated our first boss, let's go to... to be honest, I don't really remember where the next area is. Actually, I take that back. Yes, I do. We need to go out back the way we came and go down. So as we go, we will try to keep ourselves alive as long as we can. Now this is kind of a trip to try to get through. You have to get it up a certain way and then start going up and down to try to get yourself to catch onto the locking mechanism. Now this can be very, very difficult if you aren't used to the game already, because you won't know where that safe distance is to try to work yourself across. Well, once you get used to the game, it's pretty easy to figure out where the safe distance is. Okay, now that we've gotten to this part, now this is the pulley that we need to go across. You gotta try to get yourself to catch onto it. And then once you're caught onto it, then you'll be fine. Okay, since this one doesn't have it, I believe it's the next setup, which is pretty much just a mimic of this, as far as what the actual screen looks like, but except it'll have a door on it. Like that. Then we go up, and this is the Cavern of Sigilla. This is, actually, yeah, it is the Cavern of Sigilla. It's just to start you off here in this world. This world can be a little bit more difficult to work with because of that. That is going to be pretty much your main problem on this battle, on this thing, trying to avoid them. Because they will keep you from moving at all. I'm probably going to die. But hey, if we do, then oh well. We'll just have to keep... Actually, wait a minute. Never mind, okay. Yep. Well, let's go ahead and start back off in that world. Let's see if we can make it to the cavern, because once we're in the cavern, it'll be a lot easier to work. Because down there, it's a lot easier to get yourself set up into a good spot. Oh yeah, that's definitely one downside to being on a rope. You cannot swing at all. So if you get hit, then that's basically just your problem right there. Okay, we might die before we get to the cavern. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, we will. As you can tell, I'm definitely not the type to try to plan. I just try to rush through to the points, to the safe points that I know of. Okay. Thought I would beat him to it. That was kind of epic. I don't know if it'll slow it down for you guys, but whenever it was recording for me, it just like had like a weird like slight lag moment that made it look like it was going in slow motion. So hopefully you guys get to see that. Like right there, that was just kind of cool. If you get to look at it. Well, guys, we're getting closer and closer to it, but if nothing else, we'll be able to build up our strength long before this is through. Actually, the dragons, I think you can jump off of. If I remember correctly, you can jump off of them. It's just managing to get high enough to pull it off. So, we gotta keep going. And as we roll along, we will try to stay alive as long as possible this time. Ow, that was just cheap. Oh, that totally just saved me right there. Okay, so we keep going, we run as long as we can. Ooh, okay. I mean, well, nothing else, guys. At least this wasn't for nothing. I mean, look at where we're at now. We now have an extra heart container. It's healing us up. How I've not died yet, I don't know on this run through, but keep going, and actually now we're definitely near the cavern. There we go. Let's go ahead and kill him off, and we'll walk in. And this is the Cavern of Sigilla. This is really, it looks like maggots and like snail worms, but it's essentially the same enemies that you fought at the start, except these ones are faster and they have a different skin. And I think they can hurt you more. I guess it's pretty much really just a complete remake of those bosses. Like right there is your owl that attacks you. That was the green caterpillar, and that was the red bug. So you keep going, and this cavern can be really easy to get lost in. Oh yes, and the purple balls, those can get really annoying because you won't know when they're going to come up at some point. Go down, and this is why it said that we need to have the grappling hook. Then we can drop, and this guy, okay, now you can see this looks like a dead end, so he's probably going to say something about that. You can go no further